Speak loud. All right, class. Now let's hear what Jovis wants to tell us. So give it a brief introduction and then click on your film.
Hello guys, so basically my presentation is about one of the city in Switzerland called Zermatt.
In Switzerland?
Switzerland. Yeah, so that, if you know, Switzerland is a country with a lot of mountains and the view is very beautiful. And one of the city called Zermatt is very famous for its beautiful view and tourism, because there are a skiing spot there, and there are a lot of beautiful view there,
Is it
especially
Geneva?
mountain.
Geneva in Switzerland? What's the name of the city?
Zermatt, Zermatt.
Okay.
It's
I
also
don't
the
think
first
I know
time.
it.
So what they are doing for what is their effort for low carbon initiative is basically they are trying to they're trying to reduce the air pollution, but at the same time they're also trying to protect their beautiful view. So basically, if there's air pollution everywhere, they can't see the mountain view very well. So yeah, they're trying to protect it at the same time.
So you're saying that they are trying to reduce the air pollution so that people can see the view clearly?
True.
Okay.
They're protecting it for their tourism.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they're making a rule that you can't use any vehicle that produce air pollution. So everything there is electric or battery. Yeah, like electric taxi, electric bus, electric train, and there are also gondola there, and yeah, and so on. So yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good, very good introduction. Now let's watch the film. Okay. Can you make it louder?
Hello, my name is Jovas, and right now I'm going to present about one of the city in Switzerland called Zermatt City. So here are the four contents that I'm going to share. So first is Zermatt City itself. The second is transport. The third is efforts on low carbon initiative. And the fourth is conclusion. So, what is Zermatt City? So, Zermatt in Switzerland is an eco-friendly city and is for its tourism. Zermatt City is at an altitude of 1,620 meters above sea level and is surrounded by mountains. The city is directly adjacent to Italy and is the gateway to climbing the Matterhorn peak.
Okay, can you start it? Start it.
So,
Previous. Okay, class, please write down, okay, is adjacent to Italy. Be adjacent to means next to. Okay, yeah, next to. Be adjacent to. Okay, basically it's next to. Okay, on the side of something. Be adjacent to. Okay, very, very good and important expression here. So it is very close to Italy, right? In the north of Italy. Right. So it has, okay, the P. Matterhorn. Yeah, Matterhorn. Do you know where it is? But I think that's the very important. You need that peak over there.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. So like a fairy tale, right? Okay. Go on.
So the transport or the transportation. So to prevent air pollution that could obscure the town's view of the Matterhorn. The entire town is a combustion engine car-free zone. Almost all vehicles in Zermatt are battery-driven and almost completely silent. Passenger vehicles operating within Zermatt include tiny electric shuttles, electro taxis, and electro buses.
Oh, no, previous one. Okay, so just like what he said, okay, it is the combustion engine. Combustion engine means those engine needs to burn the fuel, the fossil fuel, okay, in order to give energy to the car. Okay, so it is called combustion engine car-free. It should be a word, right? Combustion engine car-free zone, right? So I don't think that hyphen is in the right place, right? Okay, so that's a very interesting word. Okay, here is the word which is really, really important, obscure. Okay, do you know what is obscure? Obscure means unclear. Obscure means very dim or faint, so that you cannot see it. Okay, dim and faint means that the light is not enough, so that you cannot see it. Understand? So obscure means unclear. Very, very good word. Okay, next.
There are also other kind of transportation. The first one is near the southern end of Zermatt, which is the Matterhorn Express Gondola transports passengers up to the interchange station at Fury. And there are also an electric train called the Gornergracht that operate on the Gornergracht Railway, which is a 29-minute ride to the Gornergracht peak. So efforts on low carbon initiative. So in Zermatt, to protect the town's view of the Matterhorn and reduce air pollution, the entire town become a combustion engine car-free zone. As an alternative, every transportation in Zermatt use electric as its power source, which will greatly reduce air pollution. Here are the conclusion. So Zermatt City is a city in Switzerland with a beautiful view and very popular for its tourism. They really pay attention to their beautiful environment by reducing air pollution that could obscure the town's view of the Matterhorn. Looking at their effort to reduce air pollution, the city definitely deserves to be called as an eco-friendly city.
Okay.
That's all for my presentation about a city that prevent air pollution. Thank you for listening and thank you for your attention.
Okay, so it is a very good presentation. Thank you very much. Very well organized. Wait, you have to ask them question.
Ask the question.
Yeah, so find a question to ask them.
Actually, it will be very easy. It's obvious.
So why are you making this easy? Ask them something.
Yes. What is the transportation that I described in the video?
Gondola.
Gondola?
Yeah,
Gondola, okay. Wow, okay, so only one person can remember it.
Electro buses.
Yeah, electric buses, yeah, that's what I remember. And electric trains, taxis, yeah. Everything electric.
Yeah.
Right. So we can call electric vehicles.
So my topic is about Hong Kong. And the most carbon emission in Hong Kong is by electricity generation. And the next one is the vehicles. So they are mostly tracking on these two events. And
These two what?
these two topics.
Okay.
Okay, and they have done many things in the past, so I'll talk about them in my video. And they have in 2030 like a mid goal and a 2015 and 2050.
Oh, so they have a short-term goal and a long-term goal?
Yes.
Okay.
And there are some problems that they are facing is that they don't have enough land to put out the solar panels or things because they are too small, sometimes very small, and the money is a problem too.
The what?
Money.
Money?
Yes, because when they are going to update their electricity generation, they have to hire out their electric bills.
You mean generator?
Yes,
Generator, in the plant, the
Yes, yes,
electricity
yes.
plants? Okay.
they have to hire the electric bills, so that would be a problem.
So they are lack of land and lack of money. So this is how they deal with the problem.
They are making this is a problem, and they are going to.
They're going to, what are they going to do to deal with the problem?
Yeah. I forget.
You forget? Okay. Let's watch it. Okay, so far we know the problem, okay, but we don't know the solution. So let's figure out.
So my name is Sean. Today I'm going to talk about the low carbon city called Hong Kong. And these are the contents. First, I'm going to talk about the background, and then I'm going to talk about what have they done, and the challenges that are facing, and the last, the decarbonization actions in the future. First, we can see that the carbon emission in Hong Kong, they emit carbon mostly in the electricity generation, and release is the industrial processes. This is a big difference between the other cities. So we are going to look on the electricity generation for the most. What have they done before? In January 2017, Hong Kong announced the Hong Kong's Climate Action Plan 2030+, setting out the target of reducing carbon intensity by 65% to 70% by 2030 using 2005 base, which is equivalent to a reduction in Hong Kong's total carbon emissions by 26% to 36% from the 2005 level by 2030. It is like this is their midterm explain that. This is their midterm goal. And
Midterm goal.
this is their electricity generation. The two power companies have gradually replaced coal with natural gas from 2015 to 2020 as declared by the government. The share of coal in fuel mix has been reduced from around half to less than a quarter, while the share of natural gas has significantly increased from around a quarter to almost half. As a result, carbon emissions were reduced by around 73 million tons, about 80% of Hong Kong's total carbon emissions within 5 years. So that they replace coal with natural gas, and it can easily reduce their carbon emission. The next one is the transportation. The government has been waiving the first registration tax on electric commercial vehicles in full, and has introduced one-for-one replacement, aiming to provide higher FRP concessions to car owners to replace their old PCs with EVs. Vehicle license fees for EPCs are relatively low. The number of registered EPCs has increased significantly from 60 at the end 2010 to around 21,000 in mid-2021, taking up over 3% of the existing PCs in Hong Kong. In the first half of 2021, 1 out of every 5 newly registered PCs is an EPC. So,
All right, so here are two words, decarbonization, okay, DE means to get rid of, right? So they are trying to reduce, and the long-term goal is not to have carbon emission as much as possible, right? And scheme means the plan, okay, your plan. Okay, that is also a very good word. Okay, now let's continue.
so they are promoting the electric cars, and it has been a very big changes on their cars. And the challenges that are facing was the development of the decarbonization infrastructure requires the support of land and space. With its hilly terrain and limited sea area, Hong Kong faces various constraints on the development of large-scale renewable energy. In addition, it would be more difficult to install charging and refueling facilities for new energy vehicles in a densely populated city like Hong Kong. Another one is the cost. Promote net zero electricity generation in Hong Kong. It has to explore different options, including regional cooperation, investing abroad, joint development or import of low carbon and zero carbon energy. In this connection, it is unavoidable that Hong Kong will need to invest a substantial amount of capital to build the infrastructure required for the production, reception, and storage of zero carbon energy, which will inevitably put upward pressure on electricity generators. So
Okay,
that
stop here. Okay, okay. Okay, here are 3 words I think are very common and very useful for you too. Okay, infrastructure, probably you have known it. Infrastructure are the, Sean?
Structures or buildings.
Okay, the fundamental structures of a country, right? Or the fundamental, the basic constructions, the basic facilities in a city, okay, or a place. Okay, infrastructure, the basic ones. Okay, tariff, what is it? Sean?
No idea.
You have no idea, why don't you write it down? I rarely see you write down anything today. Tariff. I thought you all know it. Okay, tariff means the tax. Okay, the tax the government asks for from other countries. Okay, that's tariff. Okay, inevitably, Sean. Don't know either.
Yeah.
So you fool me. You fool me. I thought you understand everything. Unavoidable. Unavoidably. Inevitably means that is something you cannot avoid. You cannot get away from. That's inevitably. It means that it will necessarily happen. It will happen. Certainly. Okay, so inevitably, you are not able to get rid of it. So it will put upward pressure, okay, so we cannot avoid it because it is going to happen. See, these are very good words, okay? You must learn something every time, right? Let's continue.
by doing this, their electric bills is going to increase. And that's in fact a challenge because most of the people don't want to get higher expenses on their electricity.
So next time, speak louder.
This is what they're going to do next. They're going to phasing out coal-fired electricity generation and developing renewable energy. enhancing energy efficiency performance of buildings, phasing out the fuel-propelled vehicles progressively, and promoting waste reduction and recycling.
Okay, propel means to push. Okay, like the ships. Okay. Okay, ships. They have propel in the end of the ship, so that they will push the boat or the ship moving. That's propel. Okay, so it means to push you to move. Okay, next.
This is my presentation.
Oh, that's it. You don't have a closing slide. See, he wrote a thank you, a big thank you in the end, right? All right, so ask them questions. What are two challenges Hong Kong is facing?
Cost.
And then land, okay? That's my question. What about yours?
What is the most part they emit carbon?
Oh.
And
What is the most one?
in what category do they emit carbon the most?
Oh.
Electric generator. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So next, another Sean.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean, and I'm going to talk about Stockholm, Sweden, which is the capital of Sweden. And in my presentation, I found out three of their ways to efforts in making their city low carbon initiative. First is the renewable source energy, which is they kind of make efforts in building infrastructures with solar, wind, and hydropower. And by 2040, they are going to use this renewable source of energy.
I know Sweden, they don't have so much sunlight. How do they develop the solar, solar energy? I was just wondering.
They don't just only based on the sunlight, like they use wind power and also hydropower.
Yeah, very interesting. I heard hydropower, but you mentioned solar power. Solar power, is it possible? Because that's in the north of Europe.
Based on the internet, on the website, I found they use. They
Yeah.
also use solar. So I don't
No,
know.
I'm not giving you the hard time. I'm just inviting you to think about it. Isn't it very strange? If we develop the solar energy, it is understandable. But if they develop solar energy, that's strange. Yeah. Well,
And the second and the third one is, the second is sustainable food sources, and the third part is the circular economy, which I will present in my presentation.
the one you're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good, very good. We have three, and he's going to focus on just one.
No, I'll focus on
Three of them?
Basically, I found many ways, but I just put three.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Hi, my name is Sean, and today I'm going to talk about Stockholm, Sweden's low carbon initiatives. How Stockholm is working to combat climate change. This will be our condensed for today. First, we're going to talk about introduction, a small brief description of Stockholm, Sweden. Second part, we're going to talk about renewable energy, and then sustainable food practices, and then circular economy, and then the last part, we're going to talk about the conclusion. Introduction. Stockholm, Sweden is the capital of Sweden.
located on the east coast of the country. It's known for its natural beauty, innovative design, and progressive social policies. Stockholm has a population of approximately 1.6 million people and is one of the most environmentally conscious cities in the world. In this presentation, we will explore how Stockholm is taking action to combat climate change through low carbon initiatives. First part is the renewable energy. Stockholm, Sweden has made significant investments in renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, and hydropower. These initiatives have been put in place to support the city's ambitious goal of producing all its energy from renewable sources by 2040. Stockholm's commitment to transitioning to clean energy shows its dedication to reducing carbon emissions and addressing climate change. Though there are challenges to overcome, such as the cost of renewable energy infrastructure, Stockholm's progress towards this goal serves as an inspiration for other cities to follow and make significant changes towards a sustainable future. And then the sustainable food practices. As you can see in the picture, this is a picture of the students composting. I'll talk about it in this part. Stockholm is committed to reducing the environmental impact of its food industry. The city has implemented a range of initiatives aimed at achieving this goal. One such initiative is the reduction of food waste through measures such as composting and donation programs. Stockholm has also placed a strong emphasis on promoting locally grown produce to reduce carbon emissions associated with transportation. Additionally, the city has increased vegetarian options in public buildings to promote sustainable food choices.
Okay, can you stop here?
This
Okay, can you explain what composting program is?
I think it's like using waste so that they will using waste to serve as fertilizer. I
To
think
what?
first using waste as fertilizers.
Fertilizers.
Like
You're right. They reuse the food. It is called composting. When you're composting something, you just kind of digest, decompose it, right? So that's composting. Understand? So they reuse the waste of food. They use the waste of food as the fertilizer. Remember the word we just mentioned a few weeks ago? Fertilizer. You make plants to grow better, right? Okay, so what about the third one? How do they do it? Wait. I remember that you said composting means that they use the waste to generate the energy.
They use food waste.
To generate energy?
Like they use food waste to make it as a fertilizer so that they will produce more locally produced products like vegetables. Yeah.
Okay. And the third one is how?
I think it's because they support their locally produced vegetables. So, like in public buildings, to kind of sell some vegetables in there.
Probably.
So that they compose their income of the decomposition vegetable will not be wasted.
Yeah, they encourage people to plant the vegetable on the top of the roof, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jordan, are you with us? Jordan, you really with us? Do not speak. Okay. You're thinking, huh? Okay, let's go on.
First,
You have
demonstrate
to
Stockholm's
work harder
dedication to
because he's
creating a
falling
more
asleep.
sustainable food system and reducing its carbon footprint. And then we have circular economy. This picture is about circular economy, how it works, as you can see. Stockholm, Sweden has implemented a circular economy approach to waste management to reduce its environmental impact. The city is working to minimize waste generation and increase recycling and composting rates. Additionally, Stockholm is using waste as a resource for energy production, such as by converting food waste to biogas.
See, I told
These
you, I heard
efforts-
that. I heard that. They use the waste to generate energy. Right? Yeah, you said it.
Help to reduce greenhouse gas emissions associated with waste management and promote a more sustainable use of resources. Stockholm's circular economy approach to waste management is a model for other cities looking to reduce their environmental impact and move towards a more sustainable future. In summary, Stockholm's low carbon initiatives include investing in renewable energy sources, the solar power, hydropower, implementing sustainable food practices like composting and donation programs, and adopting a circular economy approach to waste management. These efforts demonstrate the city's commitment to reducing its environmental impact and also addressing climate change. Together, we can work towards a healthier planet for ourselves and future generations. Thank you for listening.
Very interesting conclusion. It's like, you're yelling at the slogan. Okay, now is your question? No, ask question to them.
Based on the three ways that I've talked about, what do you guys think that as like college students or university students, what ways could we help to like support low carbon initiatives?
What's it? Is that a dream talk? No, he asked based on those three initiatives. Do you remember what three? Yeah, waste food. So, waste the food for the electric bikes? Biogas? Oh, okay. So you use the biogas to ride the bicycle? Oh, okay, so forget about the bicycle, okay. So say it again. So you're saying that you should waste more food in order to... Really? You want to waste more food? Okay. I don't think that's an appropriate direction.